Hey guys, welcome to our review of The Mandalorian Season 3. It has been a 2-year wait, and we have finally returned to The Mandalorian. I fucking love that theme song. I feels like I feel it's 2 years.
Christ.
Yeah, it's yeah. How does time fly, right? Okay, so we're back. We got Mando, we got Grogu, we got all these things that I kind of forgot. You kind of need to watch the episode previously on, even though that doesn't even really catch you up to speed at all. It does a poor job of that because even I'm kind of lost. So you got Bo-Katan's forces, and you got the cult forces, the armor, and what to say? If you're looking for Mandalorian action, it is here. If you're looking for meaningful plot, it is not, unfortunately. Yeah. So we have some negative trends continuing. I want to say that overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was, fun, but there are the flaws are becoming more apparent, and I'm feeling like there's some major issues that I hope is course corrected before the end of the season. And that's mainly has to do with the dialogue, the plotting, the story, and yeah. It's beautiful to look at.
It is.
They throw tons of action sequences at us. And look, I'm a sucker for space battles. We finally get to see like a space pirate space battle. That was fucking amazing. I've always wanted to see more on space pirates in Star Wars. We get that here. We even get a motherfucking Davy Jones plant captain that hopefully plays a factor. They wouldn't put all the effort to build that without bringing that back. So maybe that'll end up being the Mandalorian ship in the future. I don't know. He's got to take that shit. He takes everything. The Naboo fighter is featured full on here. It's fucking sweet. And yeah, it's just story elements I'm having problems with. So what do you guys think of the Season 3 premiere?
Again, like you said, the story is kind of bland. It's like me watching one of my B movies. Especially when that first the Gatoroid comes out and you see all this action. That was pretty sweet. It's like mindless fun.
It was mindless fun. It's like really
cool,
all the Mandalorians
cool,
don't know that this fucking lake is filled with fucking crocodiles that'll come out at any moment.
It's a cool thing to see, but at the same time,
it's stupid but awesome.
What's the main story here?
Yeah. What is the main story here, Joe?
He wants to still be a Mandalorian, and since he removed his helmet, he has to go to the mines. So he's trying to.
I guess
do some more stuff.
That's the more boring way to put it. The better way to put it would be he's trying to eventually reunite the Mandalorians and retake Mandalore, but it doesn't feel like it right now. It feels like, and then the dark saber. It feels like they're kind of ignoring all that shit. Can you grab Grogu for me, Joe?
Yes.
Give me Grogu.
Don't drop it.
Whew, I got him, Grogu. Grogu's back. He's fucking awesome and adorable in it, as always. Who hasn't wanted to use the Force to spin a chair around? No, his face got all junked up here. He's got black scuffs all on his face. You kicked his face, Joe.
What'd you do? It was mittens.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like super jam-packed with like 38-minute runtime or something like that. Pretty short episode, but a lot happened. But again, the story-wise didn't really move forward.
Yeah. Alex.
I didn't like it. Surprise. I like even the opening action sequence was kind of sloppy. The kid has long hair, then he doesn't have long hair, then he's got long hair, then he doesn't have long hair. There's like these
little Mando kid that they're doing a ceremony for.
There's clearly like a stunt double that gets thrown in there, but there's all these quick cuts where like the hair is popping back and disappearing. And
random kid.
And I don't like in any piece of media where they make a powerful group of people look like fucking idiots to make the main character look powerful. You had at least 20 Mandalorians. like not
These-
doing a
these-
really good job
Yeah.
fighting a giant turtle monster.
Mandalorians are fucking terrible.
And so it's like these guys are the ones I'm supposed to
should
be
be dead.
Like I want them to, be badass, and maybe a second or third show up, and then he's got to save him or something. But they were getting their ass kicked to a turtle that they should have known was there, and I just
And why did nobody ever go to the fucking planet surface and realize what Mando realized? Mando realized that it's not toxic. Seriously? You have like all this reverence for like the old ways and shit, and nobody bothers to just, I don't know, go there?
Well, they said it was bad, and they're like, I believe you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I won't,
I believe
even
you.
though my whole religion
Yeah,
is based on being at the planet and the waters and the...
Even he's fighting the
Okay.
IG droid, and it's like got no arms,
That
and
was
he's having trouble.
embarrassing.
And so,
that
like-
whole scene was cringe.
And so it's like I don't like the storytelling elements. I think there's fun. You're having fun with it because it's dumb, but I don't want it to be OJ movie dumb fun. I want it to be
It's dumb
Mandalorian
fun.
fun.
I think
fun.
what's happening here is we got a little used to the Andor fucking strong writing, strong plot, interesting intrigue, shit makes sense. We take that shit for granted, and Mando here is feeling like I don't know, Saturday morning cartoon kid show. I don't really remember it feeling much like this in season 1, maybe a little season 2, but maybe my nostalgia goggles are on full blast here. But it was a little concerning. Now, I have a possible explanation, and I read this just on my phone randomly, and I was like, "What? That's not good. Why?" So here's what it is. The Mandalorian has no ending plan, says Jon Favreau. It's not like there's a finale that we're building to.
And that is what we were worried about, just continuing on, nowhere to go. Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
That's shit that happens to the ending of Lost, and if you build a story from start to finish, and it's okay sometimes if you don't know exactly how it's going to end, and I hope he's just blowing smoke up people's ass, but
That's scary.
it's scary because it to me that says, well, we don't really want to know what to do, and honestly, this whole episode kind of felt like, well, we set all these things up, but we don't really know what to do. I guess we'll do the redemption so that you could do the thing. And maybe by episode 3 or 4, things will start to come together in a meaningful way. But right now, it's not really doing that. And when the episodes are so short, I mean, this is criticisms we've had for 3 fucking seasons now. That we want longer, more substantial episodes, as you saw in Andor, so we know it can be done. And again, it's too short here, and it feels like, there's a lot of stuff happening, but there's not a lot of stuff happening. It's so weird to me.
How many locations did he go to this episode? That
Oh, I
was
love
literally
that too. I want to point that out. There's a lot of episode locations, so it makes the budget feel big and
But why do you go to them?
expansive.
And from the storytelling aspect, like, why did he go? And then there's no
To set up
to remind
them
you-
being used later on.
Yeah, it's to remind you who's still in the series. It's like this.
Yeah.
This is lazy and it feels bad because
exactly
you
what I was
didn't need to
thinking,
go
too.
back to visit Amy Sedaris. You didn't need to go back to visit Bo-Katan the first time, other than to set up something later on. It's like there's so many times where we're just visiting people for the sake of visiting people to be like, hey, remember this person exists? It's
Yeah.
like you didn't earn those
So
scenes.
I'm looking at the direction is Rick Famuyiwa, who did good job in previous episodes, but written by Jon Favreau. The next one is also written by Jon Favreau. So we got the lucky thing to watch both episodes. So I'm gonna we'll review this first episode for you, and in a separate video review the second one for you. But so those are kind of paired together. Not until episode 3 does Jon Favreau get a co-writer, Noah Clore. And every single episode is directed by somebody different, except for the final 2, which go back to Rick, who directed this first one.
No Dave listed anywhere?
What?
Dave Filoni?
No,
not
no
listed.
Dave Filoni anywhere except for in 2 writing credits, one in 4 and one in 7. And then of course he's a producer.
Okay.
So, anyways, we get. Bo-Katan is back, and fucking we get Grief Karga is back. I like that. But Bo-Katan is kind of like, I don't know.
Quick update.
What the fuck is she doing? She's been sitting in a chair for
She's been moping.
Just
yeah.
sitting there for an hour.
He left her.
17 hours. Anyway, okay, let's do that. We'll talk about all this shit in an episode breakdown. I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Overall, I thought it was, man, they're throwing a lot of shit at the screen, but the places that matter for critics. Now, realize you're probably going to be able to enjoy the episode because there's a lot of action, and it's Mando, and there's space battles, and trust me, I fucking love all that shit. I thought all of the action was done well. I do like the alligator battle, but it's just forced, right? It just feels like it comes out of nowhere. Yeah. But I do think the IG scene was cringe as fuck. I can't even hit something at point blank range. It's really bad. But so mixed is what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and go into final verdicts, and then we'll do an episode breakdown. I think the premiere of season 2, if I remember right, was better.
Everything was happening pretty fast paced, especially with the character introductions. You didn't really need to introduce that many people in the first episode. Like, I get, like, this is the first one, and it right off the gate, there's a lot going on. But you didn't really need to introduce other people. It's like, hey, let's hold off introducing other people. Let's just contain this to one story.
Yeah, they set up everybody that's going to be in this season.
Yeah,
it feels
like why?
The cult.
And it just felt so rushed.
Right.
And I didn't like that. But again, I did like the mindless fun with the dogfights, pirates.
Oh, that was sweet,
finding the alligator turtle thing. Mm-hmm. But
they did have a mention of Cara Dune. We'll get there.
Yeah, story-wise, it's just like...
And Babu Freak! Babu Freak is back. Oh, shit, y'all. I wasn't prepared for this review. Oh, shit, I'm not even wearing my armor.
No.
Oh, fuck. Well, maybe I'll just wear my armor later.
But, yeah, story-wise, paper thin right now.
Like, I need to go bathe myself in the waters. I have brought shame upon my cult, so I'm going to make a whole season out of it.
I was honestly afraid they were going to do that.
I did this on purpose.
I was afraid they were going to do that.
And that's what they're doing right now.
So
but it is in service of hopefully conflict and tension with Bo-Katan and conflict and tension with the armor and conflict and tension with, I don't know really how Grogu factors in, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I do.
So,
okay.
Overall, critic brain, I'm going to say a 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 7 because I liked everything else. Maybe I would have picked it up a little bit more, but I'm going to go with the 7.
Yeah. Fan brain would be a little higher, you think? Yeah. Okay, got it.
This is called member berries.
This is member berries.
Yeah,
the episode.
That's why I was like, I can't.
But it's like member berries of their own. It's like, our own characters.
It's like, look at this picture. This.
Oh, you remember this? That's you.
Yeah.
This on the character. Okay.
I think this is a below-average Mando episode, and now that's still a much higher bar than the average piece of television. But I mean, this is not. I don't think that for me this was a good episode. Mm-hmm. There was action, there was stuff like that was going on, but every single time one of those scenes ended, there was a sour taste in my mouth. It's like, wait a minute, the very first action scene, all of these Mandalorians are fucking useless and they're not very cool and smart, and I don't like them, and it's a sloppy filmed scene. Yeah. And then we get another action scene that's kind of cool, and he's trying to fight his own robot, and it's like, wait a minute, you're saying a falling statue killed this thing, and the Mandalorian point blank range couldn't do it. Yeah, I love the Babu Freak people; that's super funny. So, but it's but that's stuff that we get all the time.
Member berries.
And then it's like we're traveling all over the goddamn place, but it doesn't feel like we're doing it for any specific reason other than to be like, hey, remember, we still got all these people. And so I don't think this is a very good Mandalorian episode. Now, Mandalorian is great TV.
Yeah.
I still think that even if this is below average Mandalorian episode,
it's above average.
But I think that's all it gets, because I think I can give this a 6, and I could. The more we talk about it, I can see myself dropping lower than that, but I'm going to give it a 6. I think it's above average television, but this is a really rough start for Mandalorian Season 3.
Oh, I think, okay. I think you're being kind, because I'm at a 5 out of 10. I think it was average. And that's critic brain. Yep. Obviously, my fucking fan brain is like, oh, shit, a fucking space pirate battle. I want to give it an 8 out of 10 just for that, because that shit was perfect. The fucking IG fight was embarrassing. The fucking alligator fight felt forced. Are you telling me that Karga is going to go legit, but he's not going to tell any pirates to stay away, so he's going to have a fucking gun battle in the front of a school, putting people in danger? And he never thought about a security fucking system or fucking I don't
We
know.
don't got a
Sheriff?
No
Say
sheriff.
I guess that's how they're
guards.
going to bring Cobb Van or whatever that guy's name is. You know, the cop guy, you know, that got shot by
Cobb Vanth.
Oh, yeah.
Van. Maybe they'll bring him back and be the sheriff of the town and stuff because they ain't going to do Kara. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. And the other way of looking at it is, yeah, the dialogue felt, you know, like an exposition dumps and just real fast. The pacing fell off. The episode was too short, and then not a lot got really done. But hopefully that is because we are setting up some good payoffs here in the future. So yeah, I'm gonna go average 5 out of 10. Yeah, on my critic brain. So let's get into the episode breakdown now. We talk about how ridiculous it gets. So what do we get? We get the previously on. They showed IG, and I was like, well, why are we showing IG? It's like, oh, okay. So he's going to factor in here somehow. And honestly, what a fucking diversion. What a pointless thing. I mean, I guess maybe he'll come back at towards the end of the season, but
To kill Grogu because we're going to need conflict.
yeah. So
He's pointless up now.
in the previously on, we saw he removed his helmet. They freed Grogu. They met other Mandalorians, and the droid got destroyed. That's basically what. But we needed
And
more
now
of the
this is this
Bo-Katan
episode,
stuff. We needed more of that conflict. Even a conflict between, hey, you know, Bo-Katan needs that saber, and is she gonna take the saber from Mandalorian? Like, is it gonna be a fight? It's like none of that. What? All right. So we start with instead the armor building a new blue helmet, and I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like the Jon Favreau Mandalorian character, you know, the machine gun guy. But it was like mini. It's like a mini helmet. So I was like, okay, that's not his helmet. I thought they were building him new armor since he got his ass beat. But no, they put a helmet on a little kid. I guess just a random ceremony, just
Yeah.
showing that you know his tribe is still there, still having some children from time to time.
Foundlings.
This is the way.
Foundlings. This is the way, and they're doing their ceremony. And so I shall never remove my helmet, not even when I eat or when I bathe or when I shower or.
When I sneeze, it will go in the helmet and come from my butt.
You'd think they'd come up with better ways to like eat, and if they're gonna do that the whole time, but no, they and break the seal. Because I got to comment on how stupid it is when they put the helmet. It goes. It's like, motherfucker, ain't nothing going
Your
on.
hair is hanging out, and then it's
closed?
and then it's not hanging out.
We saw that,
and then
yeah.
it's hanging out, and then it's not hanging out. It's like, come
Did
the
you
fuck
rewind
on.
it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
It was like,
Afterwards, I was like, come on, how fucking lazy are you?
I don't know. But I'll allow it. Obviously, we're just nitpicking. That's just a funny thing to point out. And I'm like, whatever, I'll allow it. So they put the helmet on the kid, and then alligator. Fuck, I'm not prepared for this review at all. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the keys. Hey! Alligator attack. And we realized that Mandos don't swim very well. They apparently suck in the water, so they're constantly, even though they got jetpacks and everything, but they're sinking and firing and doing machine gun lasers. And then 3 idiots decide I'm going to use my fucking cables, even though I weigh 100 pounds and that thing weighs, I don't know,
I was like, that's gonna do a death roll.
178.
Sure enough, death roll.
Yeah, so they're kind of stupid, and I'm surprised they're not all dead by now.
A couple of them died.
Probably the cave is where that thing lives, and it just goes in there and smashes them all, and they're dead. So, anyways, luckily, just in time, Mando the little kid is like, they show the little kid gonna try to save the armor or whatever, and give him a moment. I don't know why. Then Mando shows up and he fires some lasers into him, and it hurts it. And then he swings around. It's a good moment, you know. And then he uses a torpedo and fucking.
It's a hell of a way to make an appearance.
Yeah.
That's the first time we see
I'm like,
Mando.
all right, there you go.
I got you guys.
Yeah, and it should be super awesome, but it just kind of feels a little hokey, I think, because of the way, you know, there's a little hollowness there that wasn't there before. Anyways, great action sequence ultimately with, you know, a little just straining the believability when you come from a superior written show like Andor to this. So anyways, Grogu pops his head up, all looking all cute. It's Grogu, and the Creed. It's just we get a rehash of everything we've heard before. Again, treating its audience like they're fucking stupid, and the previously on didn't take care of it because the previously on didn't take care of it. It's you are shamed. You are not a Mandalorian because you took your helmet off, and we don't care. And then Mando goes, well, I care. And the Creed says that there is redemption if I dunk my body in water. And she goes, well, that was all destroyed in the Purge. The planet is cursed, and it's poisonous. We haven't checked on that, but,
I heard rumors.
It's
poisoned.
We have no home and nowhere to go. We'd rather just live in a cave than, I don't know,
For a couple feet away from these creatures.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so he's like, no. I'll go and check myself. And she goes, that sounds like a good idea. I don't know why we haven't thought of that. Yeah. Anyways, so he basically brings, before he leaves, he pops a rock down. Apparently he did do a little bit of research and says, look, there was a trader that came by and he got some stuff off the planet, and the rock is proof that people can go there. And so she's like, this is the way. So he gets his mission of this season, I guess. He's going to go to Mando and, Mandalore and dunk himself in there.
Yeah. First communion all over again.
There you go. What else? Fuck.
Then he goes back into.
Wait. Yeah. We gotta get the hyperspace. That was a nice little scene. Little Grogu's over there. Checking out the
Space whales.
Space whales. Yeah, I think I wrote down their name. These are from Rebels, and when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, sweet." There's like Pert Gill or something like that. There's space whales, but I'm like, is this like setting up the potential return of Ezra? Because this is like the space whales kind of tie into where Ezra was. Not Ezra Miller, but
I figured. I figured.
The Flash is going to come in here and start beating people up and taking their alcohol and stuff. Anyways, God damn it. I thought that was kind of cool. And, yeah. And then we go back to Novato. And it's shown to be what?
Paradise. It's now a trade hub, and everything is beautiful, and it doesn't even look like it's not even the same set. And they're like this.
Yeah, because I didn't recognize it at first. I'm like, oh.
I was like, man, they did a lot of work.
They did a lot of work. They're doing good.
Yeah. And then Carl Weathers comes out.
Oh, but they showed a droid statue.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. It's
so,
like, hey,
well, you got to realize
this
that
droid is honored. Like he allowed all this to happen. Did you bother repairing him? Nah. We just froze him and put him.
He also self-destructs himself, and if he self-destructed himself and he could easily be put back together, then it's not a good self-destruct sequence. So this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it ends up becoming completely and totally pointless later on. So this scene is fucking bad.
You're not supposed to think about
That's what I said. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I was like, I thought it was a bronze statue. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Commemorate.
So did I.
I
Yeah.
like that. It was immediately ruined by, no, that's the droid.
There's a couple of
So
parts in
they
there.
want to make the Rocky statue. There's bits of real Rocky in that statue. Like when he died, we put him in there. It's like, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, basically. And even worse, they didn't even bother to fucking do it. I thought that maybe Carl Weathers' character would put in some line. It's like, because Mando's like touching two wires together to turn them back on, and it doesn't work at first. And I thought at least, to just excuse some of it to be like, yeah, see, we tried that. Because he's a hero or whatever. At least they're revering him. But no, it doesn't work. But then it does. And he wakes up and, his programming's kind of all messed up.
Kill.
And then he turns from white to red and he sees Grogu and he's like, terminate Grogu. And so we have the most embarrassing fucking action sequence where Mando suddenly cannot hit anything at point blank range. Even though, did the pirate scene come before this or after this?
Is before.
Yeah, so yeah, but he can hit those pirates instantly, 4 pirates in a matter of 2 seconds at range, but he can't hit this fucking thing. It's just embarrassing. I did like again, the visuals are great. Like it even has a little bit of a stop motion animation look to it, where it's like a Terminator. I liked that.
The budget on that is all there, but the
it's
writing
all there.
is just
And then Kriega. guy's name?
Carl Weathers.
Karga. It's Carl Weathers. Grief Karga, like I'm supposed to fucking remember that. Grief Karga's like, shoot it! After he's already been shooting. And it's, oh, my God, whatever. So they finally destroy it, and I'm like, okay, so now you fucked. Or no, the robot in the room pushes a bronze statue and smashes the head.
Yes.
And
then he says, that's the way
Joe
you
likes
use your
that
head.
part. Dude, that's the part Joe likes. Because that's the B movie right there. I didn't know Star Wars was... I knew Star Wars was based on those old Westerns and all this. And this is what we loved so much about Season 1. But did you know Star Wars was also based off of, old B movies? Like Gingerbread Man kills the snowman. And
they're being influenced. Look at what's going on now.
All right. So yeah.
So yeah, they terminate him and it's like I need him fixed. So then we get
why? Why do you need IG-11 fixed?
Because spelunking
makes no fucking sense. He can get a droid from anywhere to do the job way more effective. They even say it's like the oldest fucking droid out there. I'd understand if he wants like the assassination and this and that because it's a specialized droid in that way, but he wants it for spelunking.
And tests the air quality. I was like,
really?
Like I thought.
Doesn't the ship fucking do that?
And then the second that he finds a second
it's
droid,
pointless.
Yeah. And then he finds a second droid, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just sell you this one instead." He goes, "Okay." Wait, what?
Yeah, after the thing gets broken, but anyways, I did kind of skip past the Grogu spinning the chair with the Force, and his friend. Grief Karga wants to give him land and live off the fact. Leave behind your stupid cult. It's all the more reason to hang out with me. Mm-hmm. And then we do have the school or bar. We got the pirate scene, before. So let's talk about that a little bit. Go ahead, Joe, with the pirates.
Yeah, so the pirates kept trying to go into the school. It's like, hey, we replaced the bar with the school, so this is no longer. You can't drink there. If you want to drink, cut him off. He's like, no, you took your cut to do this. Like, this is where we usually come to drink, and no one's going to tell me no.
And I say this is a bar.
It's like, this is a bar. I'm going to drink in here. He's like, what the fuck are you going to drink in there with fucking kids? Like, come on.
They got Capri Suns in there. Maybe there's some Ecto Coolers. There could be some really good drinks in there.
That's true.
The pirates really want to go in there for some fucking reason. It's not a bar. It's like, take a free drink.
Forced bad drama.
Yes, forced bad drama, and they get shot in front of a school.
No, Navarro is respectable now, and clearly after this incident, Mando's doing the cool leaning up against. I got to give shout out to that. And then he gets involved, kills four.
Some goes down.
Karga is shown. I'm not old yet. I am old, but I can take care of myself, and he manages to take care of his business. I was just like, shoot the motherfucker, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Then no, shoot the motherfucker, he comes back. But it did lead to a space battle, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
They need protection, so they've set up that plot line. He's like, and Mando's like, well, what about Cara Dune? What the fuck? Just get her. And they said, no, she believes in the 5G chemtrails and the fucking anti-vax. I don't know.
She's in special forces.
That's
not
what they
really
said.
short bus transports.
Special. It's a joke.
Extra special
downloaded
forces.
by Cara Dune action figure fans. Anyways, but no, they mentioned that she was recruited by space. And by the way, I want Cara Dune back. I'll just say that. I think enough time has passed. Disney made a mistake with her. That's fucking stupid, and I thought it was overblown. So bring her back, even if she says stupid shit on Twitter. There's certain things she can't fucking say, obviously, but I think they should bring her back. And they kind of do leave the door open for... It's clearly she's written now. She's joined Special Forces, and she's doing something else, but I'm hoping in Season 4, if they... The guy's got no plan, so he's going to dump into the bucket one time. He's going to be like, Gina, can you come back? So I'm thinking that Gina maybe and she'd be like, no, fuck off, and then she'll tell.
She made a movie that only 600 people saw. She would run back immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I want her back, and we'll see her back. But he says no, she's in the Special Forces, and he's telling how he wants to be an independent. He's like, well, what about the Republic? Just get the Republic over here. He's like, no, I want to be an independent city. So I guess he's a separatist. Whatever. So they're gonna need protection, and I think that's maybe how they'll tie Cobb into the story. Then we do the IG-11. I need him back. Why? Why do you need that particular droid? I trust him. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. So then we go on this little side fucking plot thing to wake him up, and he attacks, and then it's really so that we can do the member berries with the Babu freaks. So the Babu freaks are working on him. They got their own little house and the small little door. And it's fun. And it's a funny scene. I like this scene. This is a good scene.
It's a nice little
Previous
scene,
scene,
especially with Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu wants to fucking hug him and take him.
Stop it, they're not pets.
And he's like, bye, bye,
Bad hard
baby.
at work. Yeah.
Bad, baby. Baby, bad. And it's funny when, Carl Weathers, I'm just going to call him Carl Weathers. He's leaning over, he's translating for him. Even when the motherfucker's speaking English, he's still translating. It's a good scene.
Yeah.
This stuff is yes, Star Wars can have slapstick. Star Wars can have goofy. Star Wars can have, childlike things, and this is funny, and this one works. Anyways.
That scene worked, but the robot plot was just dropped.
It didn't work for me.
It just dropped.
And then it's dropped instantly. He's like, okay, we're leaving.
He's like, yeah.
No, he says, I can't get it. I need a part. No, it's like video game, Joe. It's like a fucking video game. It's like, all right, I need to go dunk myself in water. Okay, but first I need a fucking droid. Oh, I found a droid, but the thing is broken. Oh, I fixed him. Oh, no, I need a part. Now, in order to get the part, I got to go here. Okay, so then we go to get a part. And
then they get ambushed.
They get ambushed. And as he's flying, the space pirates, you think we'd let you fucking get away? And this was freaking awesome. So this is good. This was worth the price of admission. This is kind of where, like I said, I rated it, 5 out of 10. It's gaining a lot of points from these individual scenes. It just doesn't come together as a
Do
whole.
Naboo fighters have artificial gravity inside or something when they go upside down?
Yes,
that Grogu falls for some reason, even though they're in space.
Yeah, that's no.
They don't because they're dumb.
I always wanted to see more space pirates in the Star Wars, and we got here. It's a solid action sequence, and then we complete that. We see Davy Jones, plant-based Davy Jones, and his ship, which looks like a rip-off Eclipse class Star Destroyer, but still cool. It's just smaller, and Mando needs to take that over. Mando hits the fucking nice. And he's too fast, too furious, Joe. He's going to be in Fast and Furious 11.
It's like surrender. He flew away. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But he didn't do any calculations. He just hit a button.
Yeah. And so then he goes to the Mandalorian castle, and this is located on a moon next to fucking Mandalore. And it's Bo-Katan's castle. And she got one robot outside greets him, and I wrote great locations. Like, there's a lot of, like, interesting locations, and you can see the budgets here, and everything's here. And so he's there. He's there to join her. I'm here to join. Let's retake Mando, and you could show me where the waters are, and everything. And she's like, all laid out.
Yeah, I was like, well, good luck. Everyone left me.
My forces melted away. And I just been here in this castle. Yeah, how long you been in that pose, sitting in that chair? Or did she, was she doing something else, playing video games, and then
someone's coming. Yep, what's going on?
What's up?
Spread eagle. It's like, man, I don't know, man. It's how long have you been sitting there? And she's depressed because everybody left her because she doesn't have the Darksaber, and then she makes fun of Mando's magic bullshit. When the reason why everybody left her is because of magic bullshit. So, no, it makes sense because she's like fucking sick of all this shit. And I just love Katie Sackhoff, man. She's so fucking, she's a great actress, great voice actress, fucking hot, fucking just a great character, too. The character is full of shit right now because she's like saying that, your people are responsible for this. And she has responsibility in it too, but obviously she's at a low point, and we'll see maybe another redemption arc for her, because obviously she was already kind of redeemed because she was a part of the Death Watch, and the Death Watch are responsible for a lot of bullshit. And then she was like, no, I'm not going to have an outsider rule Mandalore. And then she fights against, Darth Maul. And so I was just, and then there was a lot of tension between her and Mando. He's got the saber, but now I guess that's all gone. They're friends now. Or she just doesn't give a shit. She's like, do whatever.
Give a shit, yeah.
Right.
Seems like.
So, but she does tell him where to go. So he's thankful for that. She gave up her designs, I guess, to retake, Mandalore. And they fractured our people. Your people fractured our people. It's like, man, your people fractured our people before. If you're talking about Death Watch and anyways.
So
I guess they're setting up the future plot line where it's like, let's get all the Mandalorians together. So I guess they're going to do little plot teases here and there that she, I don't know, starts to admire maybe the old ways. Do you think that she'll have that?
I don't think so.
She's just so tired of that bullshit.
Because even
I just don't know how these two factions are going to come together.
She's going to do something like
or it's going to be a war.
She's going to tame some sort of beast. Some mythical beast, and then everyone will be like, "You were the one." You're like an avatar because I watched that movie.
Saber.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be that too.
Another dark.
Yeah, well, it's dumb, and also it's fucking stupid because the armor knows where the fucking caves are. Mando would be like, "Hey, where is it at?" And she's like, "Oh, in the mines." Okay, it's a big planet. Where are the mines? And she's like, oh, it's in Washington, D.C., under the Civic Center. And be like, okay, cool. Now I don't have to go talk to Bo-Katan and just stare at her crotch while she's talking to me for an hour. It's
basically
dumb.
written in a way to be like, member, or we're setting it up. It's pointless. Yep. And when you're wasting my 30 minutes, I only got 30 minutes. It feels like not much is happening, even though everything's happening.
Yeah.
So Grogu tries to. No. What am I saying here? She goes, "You're a fool," and it's all superstition. And this is where I wrote. So she sits in her chair all day. And then we get. And then that's it.
We go visit Amy Sedaris, right?
Is that in the second one or
No. So that's it. Yeah.
I think that's how it ends.
And then she's like, yeah, you go do it yourself. Or she tells him exactly where to go. The Civic Center, and he goes, okay. And then he gets in his thing, and he flies off. And I think that's how it ends. Because we saw episode 2, they blended together a little bit. And that's why I was like, well, there's not much story-wise after being gone for 2 years. And the episodes are still short. And then there wasn't, what I thought there was going to be a fight with Bo-Katan's forces or whatever.
She has no forces. There's one droid and her in a giant castle. I was expecting at least there be people there.
Yeah,
like at least a few loyal Mandos. But this show has a tendency to don't show that, and then all of a sudden they show up like the cult. I didn't know they had that many fucking Mandos in there. There's like yellow ones and blue ones and green ones and shit.
Pastel Mandos.
And small
Easter
Mandos
time.
and large Mandos. So, yeah. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Listen, the practical effects, love it. The CGI, top notch. People complained about no aliens in Andor. Remember that? And there are aliens galore here. Just visually pleasing. It's just everything else, which is the dialogue, the plotting, and the story leads to somehow it feeling hollow. But I'm hoping that it can really pick back up here in the next few episodes. We've seen episode 2.
It went down,
and that does not happen. So how many episodes do we get if in episode 2 it's not going to fix things yet? Oh, no. So there are 8 episodes. 8? Okay. So I can already tell you that episode 1 and 2 are literally going nowhere. They're basically, at the end of episode 2, they're pretty much, I guess they've reached Mandalore.
There's 8 30-ish minute episodes. That's it for this whole season.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they get longer.
Wildly short.
The second episode is 40 minutes. Hey,
plus 15 minutes of
more.
Yeah.
No, that's 47. I already cut those out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyways, so that's it. Unless I miss anything, you guys have anything else to say about this?
No, just monumentally disappointed in the start. This is something that we've been waiting for a long time for, and I'm totally fine with it not being super serious and them just doing kind of like the fun mission of the week thing. But this episode just wasn't it for me. So
Even the Mando, I guess it's because Pedro Pascal is an amazing actor, and I've seen his acting in so many different things. Yeah. Even it kind of feels his performance kind of flat here. You know, it's like, I guess it's just the way that he talks. You know, he's like, it's like there's nothing. I don't know.
Man, a few words.
Some of the flaws are a little bit more apparent. And while we're having the spectacle, and I'm enjoying the spectacle, I also want, substance. So that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you all guys so much for watching. If you want to watch our episode 2 review, stay tuned for that. And thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.